The longevity, is there. As we were founded in 1796, I'm representing the ninth generation in the business. Why we are still there in a difficult industry, which is the metal and steel industry. You can imagine that you need to move and reinvent your business, not only at every generation, but several times in the life of the generation. So I think the company was established as a flexible company. The company, on the beginning, and that was the genius of the founder of the company, was organized from the beginning to satisfy the need of the customer, so very, very close to the market, and then to adapt, the products and the service to the customer's expectation. And that's probably the key point for the group. Then the second strong value of the group is to be very close to the business. I think humility and unity of the family. We are still living in the same small village at the east side of France, despite our business is global. And to be there and to be very close, the people, the business, the factories, make us probably more clever and fast in the decision. We have no headquarters in the big cities where you can be a little bit lost or influenced by the bankers. Okay, it's a bit different situation. I think this point is quite important also to mention. And then third item is the high capacity to invest in the business. And at every generation, what is important is the development of the company, and not only the wealth of the family. So the first priority at every generation is clearly to develop the business, clearly to invest in the business, and not only to serve dividends. You imagine that after 9 generations, the dilution of the ownership could be a big problem for the family companies. And we have identified more than 2,000 people today, from the founder to the family now. You have 1,400 people. 2,000 was the numbers of people identified in the family, but still alive, like 1,500. And over the 1,500, fortunately, I have only 140 different shareholders. And during the time, you need to have a dilution effect. Otherwise, your capital structure is divided equally, between 140 shareholders. You imagine what that represents, 0.8 or 0.9% by individual. And today, of course, you have like a strong, short number of people who are, the nut of the company, and from this nut, we have created a governance in order to have all the family members be part of the company's life, the company decision and strategy. And it means that they should have one share, but it's not like to have a share in a General Electric company or any other share you can buy on the stock market. That should be different. That should be part of their own genetic. And so we have tried to create this cohesion between the family, and we have different stages in order to organize even the future with the new generation coming. The first thing is this represents the spirit of the family. First of all, what is good for the company is good for the shareholder at the end. And the unique way to be global in the fishing industry was to merge with this Finnish company called Rapala. And the decision was also put in a certain term of time, as we wanted to keep the control at the end. But from the small assets we bought to this bigger company, in fact, the shareholder structure of Rapala was mainly controlled by private equity firms, and these investors, they are only there for a maximum of 7 years. And so the idea was to buy back the share of the private equity when they will be at the term of their ownership. So it was this decision, because at the beginning we were only shareholder at 13%, and now we are a majority shareholder in Rapala. So it means that during the time we have bought back the shares of the other shareholders. And now at the end of the day, we have a global position, worldwide company, as I said, present in 45 different countries, and we are again in a capacity to control the company and to have a long-term vision and change the strategy.